Quiz Store. Guess the constellation. Which constellation is symbolized by two fish tied together with a cord? Pisces, the fishes, is depicted as two fish tied together by a cord. In Greek mythology, these fish represent Aphrodite and her son Eros, who transformed into fish to escape the monster Typhon. Pisces is a large constellation located in the northern celestial hemisphere, visible in both the northern and southern hemispheres. It contains several notable deep sky objects, including the Andromeda Galaxy, the closest spiral galaxy to the Milky Way. Which constellation represents the arrow of the Sagittarian centaur in Greek mythology? Sagitta, the arrow, is a small constellation depicting the arrow shot by the centaur Sagittarius, serving as a reminder of precision and aim. Which constellation resembles a scorpion and is associated with the Greek myth of Orion's demise? Scorpius, the scorpion, is a constellation known for its distinctive shape resembling a scorpion. In Greek mythology, Scorpius is associated with the tail of Orion, the hunter, who was killed by the scorpion and placed in the heavens opposite Scorpius to chase it for eternity. This constellation is visible in the southern hemisphere during summer and contains several bright stars, including Antares, one of the brightest stars in the night sky. Which constellation is named after the shield in Latin, representing a celestial shield once held by the Roman god Mars? Scutum, the shield, is a small constellation representing a celestial shield associated with the Roman god of war, Mars, symbolizing protection and defense. Which constellation embodies the southern fish, a celestial counterpart to Pisces in the southern sky? Piscis austrinus, the southern fish, is a constellation representing a fish drinking from the water poured by Aquarius, symbolizing abundance and fertility. Which constellation is associated with the sextant, a navigational instrument used for celestial navigation? Sextans, the sextant, is a constellation named after the astronomical instrument used by navigators and astronomers to measure the angles between celestial objects. It was introduced by Johannes Hevelius in the 17th century. Sextans is a faint constellation located in the southern sky, representing part of Leo the lion's mane. Which constellation is named after the geometric shape with three vertices, forming a triangle in the night sky? Triangulum, the triangle, is a constellation named after the geometric shape with three vertices. It is one of the 48 constellations listed by the 2nd century astronomer Ptolemy. Triangulum is a small constellation located in the northern sky, near the autumn equinox. Which constellation, known as the Great Bear, features the well-known asterism the Big Dipper? Ursa Major, the Great Bear, is a prominent constellation in the northern sky, recognized for the distinctive asterism known as the Big Dipper or the Plough. It is one of the oldest and most famous constellations, known since ancient times and appearing prominently in various mythologies worldwide. Ursa Major contains numerous interesting deep sky objects, including Messier 81 and Messier 82, two bright spiral galaxies visible through small telescopes. Which constellation symbolizes the maiden in Greek mythology, associated with the goddess of agriculture and fertility? Virgo, also known as the Virgin, is a constellation associated particularly with the figure of Hera in Greek mythology. It is primarily recognized as the figure of Hera and encompasses numerous bright galaxies. Among them, the most famous is the Virgo cluster, located close to our Milky Way galaxy. Which constellation, named after the Lesser Bear, contains the North Star Polaris? Ursa Minor, the Lesser Bear, is a constellation featuring the North Star Polaris, crucial for navigation as it marks the direction of the North Pole. Which constellation, symbolizing a bull in mythology, is home to the bright star cluster known as the Pleiades? Taurus, symbolizing a bull in mythology, is home to the Pleiades, a bright star cluster also known as the Seven Sisters. This constellation is prominent in the winter sky in the northern hemisphere and holds significance across various cultures and mythologies. The Pleiades cluster, located within Taurus, is one of the nearest star clusters to Earth and is easily visible to the naked eye. Which constellation, depicting a mighty hunter in Greek mythology, features the bright stars Betelgeuse and Rigel? Orion, representing a mighty hunter in Greek mythology, prominently features the bright stars Betelgeuse and Rigel. This constellation is one of the most recognizable in the night sky and holds significance in various cultures worldwide. Betelgeuse and Rigel are two of the brightest stars in the sky and are easily identifiable within the constellation of Orion. Which constellation features the mythical winged horse ridden by heroes in Greek mythology? Pegasus, known for the mythical winged horse of Greek legend, is associated with the hero Perseus. According to myth, Pegasus was born from the blood of Medusa after Perseus beheaded her. It is visible in the northern hemisphere during the autumn months and contains several interesting deep sky objects, including the globular cluster Messier 15 and the spiral galaxy NGC 7331. Representing a mythical king, which constellation is depicted as a crowned figure? Cepheus, representing a mythical king in Greek mythology, is part of the Perseus family of constellations. In the mythological narrative, Cepheus was the father of Andromeda, who was saved from the sea monster Cetus by the hero Perseus. Cepheus is visible in the northern hemisphere during the autumn months and is often depicted as a crowned figure in the night sky. Which constellation, representing the northern crown, is a celestial circle of stars? Corona Borealis, the northern crown, forms a distinctive circular pattern of stars, symbolizing the crown given by Dionysus to Ariadne in Greek mythology. Representing the hero of Greek mythology known for his 12 labors, which constellation is associated with great strength? Hercules, named after the legendary hero known for his incredible strength, is depicted as a kneeling figure in the night sky. In Greek mythology, Hercules performed 12 labors as punishment for killing his wife and children in a fit of madness induced by Hera. The constellation Hercules is visible in the northern hemisphere during the summer months and contains several notable deep sky objects, including the Hercules cluster Messier 13, one of the brightest globular clusters in the sky. Which constellation, named after a queen in Greek mythology, is known for its distinctive W or M shape? Cassiopeia. In Greek mythology, Cassiopeia was the wife of King Cepheus and the mother of Princess Andromeda. She was punished by the sea god Poseidon for her vanity by being placed in the heavens in a seated position, where she circles the celestial pole. Cassiopeia is visible year-round in the northern hemisphere and is easily identifiable due to its unique shape. Which constellation is famously known as the lion in the zodiac, symbolizing strength and courage? Leo. In Greek mythology, Leo is often associated with the Nemean lion, a beast slain by Hercules as one of his 12 labors. Leo is visible in the northern hemisphere during the spring months and is known for its distinctive backward question mark shape, formed by the bright stars Regulus, Denebola, and the sickle asterism. Which constellation, representing a sea monster in Greek mythology, is located near the ecliptic and is home to the variable star Mira? Cetus. In Greek mythology, Cetus was sent by Poseidon to ravage Ethiopia, and it was ultimately slain by Perseus to rescue Andromeda. Cetus is visible in the northern hemisphere during the autumn and winter months and contains several interesting deep sky objects, including the whale galaxy NGC 4631 and the sculptor galaxy NGC 253. Which constellation, named after the multi-headed serpent slain by Hercules, is the largest in terms of area? Hydra, named after the multi-headed serpent slain by Hercules, is the largest constellation in terms of area. In Greek mythology, Hydra was a monstrous serpent with multiple heads, and its defeat was one of the 12 labors of Hercules. The constellation Hydra is visible in the southern hemisphere and contains several interesting deep sky objects, including the Ghost of Jupiter Nebula NGC 3242 and the Hydra cluster of galaxies. Which constellation represents the mythical creature embodying a lizard in the night sky? Lacerta, representing a lizard in astronomy, was introduced by the Polish astronomer Johannes Hevelius in the 17th century. Despite its relatively faint stars, Lacerta is notable for its proximity to the celestial equator and for containing several interesting deep sky objects, including the planetary nebula IC 5217 and the interacting galaxy pair NGC 7240 NGC 7239. Which constellation is associated with the myth of the hair of Queen Berenice II of Egypt? Coma Berenices. This constellation is home to the Coma cluster, one of the richest galaxy clusters known, containing thousands of galaxies, and it is visible in the northern hemisphere during spring and summer. Which constellation represents the mythical crow associated with Apollo and the god's messenger? Corvus. In Greek mythology, Corvus was a sacred bird of Apollo, tasked with fetching water. When it delayed, Apollo turned the crow's feathers black and cursed it to forever thirst. Corvus is home to several interesting celestial objects, including the antennae galaxies NGC 4038 NGC 4039, a pair of colliding galaxies known for their spectacular interaction. Which constellation is named after the Latin word for cup, representing a celestial goblet? Crater, representing a bowl in Latin, is notable for its location near the ecliptic and for containing the lunar crater Cleomenes. It is visible in the southern hemisphere during autumn and winter and is best observed during February. Which constellation, known as the Northern Cross, is associated with the myth of Zeus transforming into a swan to seduce Leda? Cygnus. This constellation is visible in the northern hemisphere during the summer months and is prominent in the Milky Way. Cygnus contains several notable deep sky objects, including the North America Nebula NGC 7000 and the Veil Nebula NGC 6960, making it a favorite among astronomers and stargazers alike. Thank you for watching.